Let's transition. Let's talk about flooding. This is a staggering stat. The National Weather Service actually issued over 800 flood reports across 16 states over the last 3 days. So this is the Arkansas DOT camera, and not making light of the situation. Literally, this is what people were doing on the side of the road here on Highway 67. If you can't really see too much, let's bring it full so people might be able to have a better look at this. This is actually a jet ski over on the side of the road in the grass, just showing how high the water was on that highway. Now, luckily, they were able to use part of the shoulder to get by on this section of Highway 67 here in Arkansas, but this is actually one of the better situations they had across the area. We have a lot of video that I want to show you. This is now flood emergency across multiple states. Kentucky, I think, really got hit the hardest, but also we've seen reports over in Indiana. People are out of their homes, and the water, even once it recedes, and we are starting to see it come down, it usually takes several days for it to go back to normal. Usually it's the first day that it starts to overcome the crest, but so many areas are still underwater. I saw some neighborhoods before and after that the water is actually physically up to the roofs. So this is the ongoing situation, and Tennessee actually got hit the hardest. Moving on to Kentucky, over to Ohio. Look at some of these aerial views that we're looking at. This is absolutely staggering that you have a lot of wooded areas that are completely underwater. This is Kentucky, excuse me. There's Kentucky that in Tennessee, I think that we saw some of those harrowing images. These are neighborhoods that are just completely destroyed, completely underwater. And yeah, this is actually staggering. This actually kind of brings me back to the Lumberton video that we saw after Florence, and then cars physically underwater here in Ohio. So a lot of record values were along the Ohio River, and then we also saw a lot of time lapses that brought water up into the top and underneath parts of the bridge. And this part of Ohio, I'm actually recognize this. This looks like parts of Cincinnati that you just see a lot of the Riverwalk areas completely underwater as well. Just wow. Absolutely wow. So Cincinnati, this is a flood zone in between the Red Stadium and the river. I've actually freelanced here for a little bit, so that's why I recognize it. Cars were submerged, the roads weren't passable, and you can actually see some of the restaurants along the river that people were physically taking a boat trying to get up to that point. So these are just some of the images, and I think you're going to see a lot more of the worst situations starting to file in. And here's what someone had to say.
My backyard flooded. I got rain coming from my neighbor's yard into my yard. Well, 3 of my neighbor's yards into my yard. And so that overturned, went into my patio doors and flooded out both sides of my basement.
It was really scary because the tree was right in between our houses, and I thought it was going to fall. I thought it was my house.
Just wow. That's really all you can say. And the recovery effort takes weeks to months, sometimes years for these situations, because a lot of these homes are just going to have to be absolutely gutted. And here's the problem. Now they're primed. If we get another big rain event, they could be right back to where they're at right now. So thoughts and prayers for these communities. This is an ongoing story that will continue to keep you updated right here on WCNC Plus and other platforms here on WCNC.